All right, you guys. I'm going to do a quick video on LGIQ. I want to try to make it quick so that it uploads quickly. My main emphasis here is LGIQ, which is trading at approximately 40 cents. Let me just confirm that, 39 cents. You have today and tomorrow to buy shares in the tax loss season, and in the first quarter of next year, I think there's a chance for some really good results and good news. So let's see what we got here. All right, yeah, 39.49. I want to see news. This is all stock twits. Okay, so let's go to finance. There we go. Okay, so you got 39 cents on the stock. The company, and I'll go through these one by one, but I just want to do it quickly to hit it in case you're in a hurry. They recently announced that their fourth quarter earnings should be in excess of $7.5 million. Rumors are that it's going to be much better than that for the quarter, up 80% year over year. This is an annualized revenue rate of $40 million. One of the reasons I want to do this video, last year this time, I added to my position of Logic and therefore qualified for a 1-for-1 dividend of GoLogic. Well, Logic, you can see, is trading at 39 cents, but GoLogic just announced a letter of intent to merge with Gamma Ray, a company who has strong cash flow. It's in the fintech business. GoLogic is Southeast Asia assets, originally of Logic. Strong cash flow, 800 million of assets under management, and the merger's being done at a $3 valuation. $3. So 1-for-1. The stock, let me see if I can show you. I had this all lined up, and then when I start working on it, it switched to a different page. But here's the chart on Logic right now, which is, to me, an attractive short-term chart. Obviously, there's some struggling here at the 39.40 cent range. But I think that a lot of that's tax loss selling. You also have the overhang from this financer who is trying to get rid of their last 2 million shares. That'll be out of the way at some point. All right, here. Let's just go back 2 years and update. And here's what I want to show you. In December, you see the 22 in the middle of the page there? That was in December. Literally, just in the last week of trading, I added to my position at roughly, I don't remember. That looks like $1.75 a share. Obviously, the two short sellers, one from the Neo exchange and the one with the smiling faces that just helped them out earlier this year, have sold the stock down. But the stock has shown where it wants to go. You can see that spike up to $1. It's about to break through, in my judgment, these resistance levels and can get back to that $2, $3, $4 range. But the point I want to make is, a year ago, basically, I bought shares and got in line for a 1-for-1 share distribution. Well, Logic now is trading at 40 cents, obviously, but you can look at GoLogic trading at 260. Now the deal was done at $3 a share. I expect this stock to go up next year, and I also expect Logic to go up as soon as the middle of January. Okay, so anyway, that was one of my points, is right now by buying Logic, you step in line for a distribution of two companies. It's basically a 2-for-1 purchase of the SPAC that is going to be distributed. It's a D-SPAC, and Logic becomes a shell briefly. They've already signed a letter of intent to acquire a company. So by buying now, you're in time for the record date to get one share. Well, I don't know the split. It'll be announced. But you're going to get, I assume, one share of the new Data Logic and one share of the new Logic, whatever they're called. Okay. The company announced a joint merger with MediaGel. This becomes a logical acquisition. Here's MediaGel. Becomes a logical acquisition in the new SPAC. Now you go down to see the news. I want to hurry up, so here it is right here. Well, okay, so I guess I can't read it to you. Basically, they announced it on December 15th. They're going to target the high growth wealth management, and this is GoLogic, not the merger with that's the one in Southeast Asia. I'm going to leave that little mistake in here because I want to get this out. Here's Logic and MediaGel. Unfortunately, I don't know how to make this a center story. So that's life, I guess. Let's see. Can I do it like that? No. Anyway, the CEO, Jake Litke, says, look, it's a terrific technological opportunity. And what he said is that this merger, well, it's not a merger yet. They're working together. But my proposal to you is this is a logical acquisition soon after there's a de-SPAC transaction into Data Logic. Anyway, he said that this will benefit the advertisers that he has at MediaGel. It'll help his advertisers to work with Logic because of Logic's world-class performance marketing tools. So this is something that I think in the first or second quarter of next year could be a merger candidate. Now, Logic has agreed to buy, and this is in the news, okay, in the news here in the middle. I'm not going to click on it because it doesn't help. I can't read it to you anyway. But it says Logic to acquire privately held operating company at $220 to $250 million. Now that would be executed at the same time as they de-SPAC into Data Logic. Logic would acquire this company. There will be simultaneously a capital raise, a New York Stock Exchange listing by year end, and they expect, it's in this news announcement, they expect it to be completed by March 31, 2022, but it could happen much, much sooner depending on the progress with the de-SPAC transaction as Aubrey SPAC claims the assets of Datalogic. Now, the one last thing I want to show you, down here in the middle, Logic signs new client services contract. That's worth $2 to $3 million a month. So they pre-announced up here, Logic expects Q4 2022 revenue to exceed 7.5 million. Well, if you divide that by 3, that's a little over 2 million a month, right? Well, they announced just here that they have, right here, oh, okay, useless, signs a new client services contract. Well, that contract is equivalent to $2 or $3 million a month in revenue. So they were projecting next year $100 million in combined revenue for the two new companies. Now, the final thing I'll say to you, I wish I could show you this news. How could I show you this news? Well, I'm not going to be able to do it. There's Logic. So here's the proposal. You're able to buy shares right now at around 40 cents. How much of that's because of tax loss selling and the pressure at year end, we don't know for sure. The company will be enacting several things next year. There's got to be a record date soon to split into Datalogic and the new Logic acquisition, which has been announced as being worth $250 million. One will be worth 50 cents a share. The other is estimated to be worth $3.50 a share out of the gate. There's a setup of a perfect merger candidate in Mediagel as one of the first acquisitions. The company is trading at statistics, and more damn statistics. The market cap, I'm just looking for the market cap. Here it is, up here. The market cap right now is $19 million. Well, if they do $100 million in revenue next year, their competitors trade at 2 times and higher of the revenue. So you're looking at a company trading at less than 20% of its next year's estimated revenue. It's trading at half of what the fourth quarter annualizes at. And so there's an opportunity here, I think, for a big move. My projection, it's not advice, is in the first quarter, there will be an X date. One share bought today splits into 2 different shares. The combined value of those shares, I think, in the first quarter could be 10x from here, $3 to $3.50 to $4 a share. As it grows toward $100 million in exit revenues in 2023, if you're trading at 2 times that, your market cap becomes 200 million instead of 20 million, less than 20 million. So it could be 10x as you leave next year easily. And as I've already projected to you, I think that could happen in the first quarter. So I'm going to leave it there. It's my year-end recommendation to take a look at Logic. I'll try to do a better video with a little more detail than this shortly. So cheers.